Due to the war that is raging between Ukraine and Russia, Musk's plan to colonize Mars seems very timely. With this, watch this video until the end as we will uncover the truth behind some reports that say there will be the first Martians in 2025. Also, let's dig into some updates about Elon Musk's insane Mars colony. Welcome to Elon Musk Era. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on our upcoming videos about Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, and more. Over the last few years, the entire research community has been engaged in a debate about the possibility of human habitation on Mars. Although Elon Musk has stated repeatedly his desire to colonize the red planet, he has done nothing but reaffirmed his commitment to it. So, let me walk you through the plans for the SpaceX founder to colonize Mars in this video. Elon Musk, believing that NASA was not doing enough to send humans to Mars, founded SpaceX out of the concern that the Earth might end up being uninhabitable. And it is no secret that the company is now one of the biggest rocket companies in the world, making headlines as well. Also, for those of you who are unaware, Mars is the nearest habitable planet to Earth. Though it is some 140 million miles away, it still experiences reasonable amounts of sunlight and cold, which humans can still warm with their bodies. Aside from this, humans can then easily grow plants on Mars by compressing their atmosphere because the atmosphere is primarily composed of carbon dioxide, combined with nitrogen, argon, and other elements. Also, dates on Earth are separated by 24 hours, but Mars is about 24 hours and 37 minutes. Interestingly, gravity is about 38 times greater on the Moon than it is on Earth. Further, Elon Musk has stated in an interview that the first humans who arrive on Mars will die, even though studies have proven humans could live on Mars and adapt easily. However, this is after they have accomplished their mission to explore Mars and lived out their lives. In addition to the fact that it will take around 6 months to travel to Mars, it will require 1,000 spaceships and 1,000,000 tons of vitamin C for life on Mars to be verified. Also, Elon Musk believes that living on Mars only becomes possible if there is a self-sufficient city on the planet. Moreover, there has been one obstacle that has slowed down the Mars occupation: the need to supply the ships. As of now, the issue of ships landing on Mars and then making their way back down to Earth has been on the table for a while, despite the confirmation from NASA that their supplies will not be used for tourist travels, but to sustain the life on the planet. Meanwhile, a key factor affecting the sustainability of life on Mars will be how much colonization is needed. Given the planet's distinct differences from Earth, those who find themselves on Mars might experience some difficulties, especially if they don't have enough supplies to last them for the duration of their stay. Moreover, Musk is developing a super heavy rocket that he commonly referred to as Big Effin' Rocket, or BFR, which is what SpaceX plans to use to send the Starship into space. Further, SpaceX's Falcon Heavy is currently the most powerful booster ever launched into space, weighing nearly 13 tons. This is why the BFR was developed, which could transport roughly a few hundred tons to space before it could carry 1,000 tons. In addition to this, approximately 42 powerful Raptor engines will be used to lift an entire Boeing 747 in the BFR, which is said to be 25 stories tall. Also, Elon Musk laid out his plans to colonize the red planet by describing the BFR as a massive rocket that will launch a Starship into space, and one that will connect to a similar booster already being constructed to provide support for the journey. Further, to get to Mars, the reusable Starship rockets must launch about 3 times each day on average, with each launch carrying 100 tons of payload. By carrying over 100 tons of cargo on each of about 1,000 flights per year, a total of 100,000 tons of cargo will be in orbit and ready for delivery to Mars. Furthermore, 1,000 Starships could send about 100,000 people every 26 months from Earth to Mars, since orbits are aligned best at the time where interplanetary travel is most feasible. Meanwhile, it is fascinating to note that Earth and Mars align only twice every 2 years, creating a window for rapid passage. Although most of the fuel will be consumed by each ship as it travels into orbit around the Earth, several other tanker spaceships could launch and refuel the carriers so they can reach Mars. Currently, employees of SpaceX are busily building the Starship system, which may result in the landing on Mars later in 2022 or 2023. And Elon Musk stated that the human invasion of Mars will not be happening anytime soon. But compared to Earth, he said, there will be many more jobs on Mars, as well as direct democracy, where all residents will make their own decisions with fewer laws, which means they'll be much simpler to follow. Then, for food production, solar-powered hydroponic farms will be installed underground or within enclosed structures. In regards to the Starship's landing zone, studies have indicated that it will be close to subsurface water and ice deposits. According to reports, this position provides enough sunlight to power the colony's array of solar panels. Further, to refuel the spaceships, the planet's resources will be more than sufficient. As a fuel, SpaceX's ships use liquid oxygen and methane, and this process can easily be replicated on Mars using a Sabatier process. As you are probably aware, this kind of fuel allows rocket boosters to be reused for an extended period because of its ability to burn cleanly. Additionally, nickel is used in the process as an agent for methane synthesis from atmospheric carbon dioxide, and it can be readily obtained by melting the water ice found on Mars. It will then take 26 months to generate useful amounts of fuel on Mars, and based on the engineers' calculations, the Sabatier will need a considerable amount of power to work. Then, this process will also require about 56,600 square meters of solar panel covered ground, which can be moved to Mars easily by a single Starship. Further, Elon Musk has created a company called The Boring Company, which is addressing transportation on Earth, and I'm sure you know about it at this point. The Boring Company may be involved in this colonization since it will require digging the Mars surface to gain access to the Mars undersea waters, and it might also be necessary for the human colonies to settle in deep subsurface artificial encampments to protect them from harsh ionizing radiation. In your opinion, how will the colonists on Mars remain connected? Let us know your thoughts on this in the comments section. Given that the Starlink satellite is supposed to be open communication lines between two planets, it isn't surprising that Musk is working on autonomous vehicles. For each colonist, cars or trucks are used to complete distant and difficult missions. Nevertheless, it has not been explicitly stated that the vehicles might even be used to move products on Mars for refueling. The truth is, it is clear Musk wants his first Starship to carry machines and cargo important to proximate future missions. It is such equipment that is required to build sufficient sustainable facilities to generate power, edit the Martian air, gather water, and utilize the resources to produce oxygen and methane for safe returns on Earth. In the first two unmanned Starships, the water resources on the planet and locations of interest will be verified. These ships will also determine the possible dangers in the future. It is also important to set up necessary infrastructure for further exploration, such as a base for subsequent crewed spaceships. If the first Mars reconnaissance mission is a success, SpaceX could go ahead and launch manned spacecraft there. Initially though, the Starships will be used as residences for astronauts for further evaluations, and may even make the mission more straightforward by removing the need to immediately construct habitats on the planet. Musk has also claimed that a Mars base could be completed by 2026, but many life support experts have expressed doubt, primarily because they do not believe that the necessary technologies for life will be available in 2026. However, who knows if Musk will make it earlier, such as in 2025. That's not even taking into account the creation of a permanent city for colonization. This is because Elon Musk does have a flair for achieving the seemingly impossible. Similarly, he hopes to create a backup plan for humans on the Red Planet if life on Earth becomes unbearable. For Mars to be more like Earth, Elon Musk talked about nuking it. On SpaceX's website, images of a red planet morphing into an Earth-like world suggests that terraforming might be happening. Despite the deliberate nature of this climate change, it suggests that Mars might become a wet and warm world soon. The carbon dioxide-rich ice caps on Mars are more conducive to colonization than the Earth, only if they can be quickly melted, and there may not be enough trapped gases to support a comfortable atmosphere on Mars. NASA does not believe terraforming will be possible in the long term. Also, the density of Mars's atmosphere is roughly 1% than that of Earth's, making it similar to a vacuum cleaner. SpaceX is currently building its first set of Starship orbital vehicles and testing them in a facility in South Texas, close to the core of the Earth. During its operations in Boca Chica, Texas, it conducted many tests of Starship prototypes and preparing for further tests to come soon. Although the colonization of Mars will surely take years, it will certainly be worth it. That's all for this video about Elon Musk's insane Mars colony and the first Martians in 2025. Thank you for watching. If you would like to receive updates on Elon Musk and his companies, make sure you click the subscribe and bell button.